with the city for I think 6 months. Since it took a long time, they requested me to do new drawings for that.
To redo the drawings or to basically update them?
No, to redo them again. The drawings are already there, but since it's been a longer time, they're asking me to redo it again. And to separate everything, because everything was done as a master permit, a master drawing. So they asked me to remove everything and just do the bedroom.
The bedroom. And were they the ones who suggested for you to come to this board?
I'm sorry, repeat that again?
Did they were the ones that told you that you had to come to this board?
Yeah, well, a variant, it was one of the setbacks that I have that to take care of one of the problems that I have. There's two variants, actually, I requested. One is, the 2 feet, I believe, and the other one is the
7 foot setback.
Yeah, 7 foot.
Have you met with Christian
Yes,
before?
yes, I've met with him.
And you're working with him?
Yes.
And that's why some of these areas that are marked in there, you agreed to remove them?
Correct. I removed the gazebo.
The gazebo and removed the patio deck section to provide basically that area that was there, right?
Correct, correct.
Okay.
And also I had a shed now, so removed from there.
Understood.
Yeah.
So therefore, you have been working with our staff?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Christian, do you have anything to add to all this?
No, really, we've been at the property, obviously looked at what's done. He's reducing some of the items in order to meet code. He has worked with our landscape division in the past to get the property into landscape requirements. Basically, what he needs to finalize is finishing the work as exists by providing some, sod in the sections where he's going to be removing the paving. And basically, you see what's there in the pictures in front of you. The project originally included the enclosure of the carport. He's not going to be doing that anymore. He hasn't touched that portion, that section of the house. Again, this has been happening for about 3 years.
So I would have to say that our neighbor have been very diligently working with you.
He has done the best he can.
Thank you. Anything else? You may sit down if you wish, please. All right. Having gone through the case that we have in front of us and having read some of the items that actually have caused the hardship of this family, I hereby then open the questions to the board, starting with my assistant and the vice chair, Mr. Carl. Do you have any questions?
No
please?
questions, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Moving down along, and I would have to say, Member Pitts, do you have any questions?
No questions, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Member Jones, do you have any questions for the gentleman?
No, I think not. I'm just wondering, the people that are here, are they here for this case? Do they have things to say? Are you neighbors of this case?
I'll ask him on the way in.
So I have questions there, but no questions now.
Member Abondo Daolo.
No, thank you, sir.
Member Almeria, do you have any
No
question for the gentleman? All right, and Member Brito, do you have any questions for the gentleman, sir?
No questions, Mr. Chair.
All right. Do we have any questions from the floor? Do we have any statements from the floor? All right. Having none. So I did a very good job then of expressing myself, Eric. Wonderful. Oh my God. I think I'll go study law. Yeah. Don't get cocky. Don't get cocky, says the counselor. All right. So at this stage of the game, then I would move forward to request that, having no other questions and having seen the case, need a motion to approve the first variance for this case, which is ZVR 2025-0011, to allow a 7-foot side setback along the segment of the eastern property line instead of the required 7.5 feet side setback for the bedroom addition. Like to hear a motion regarding this, please.
Mr. Chair, move the ZVR 2025-0011 with the required 7.5-foot side setback be approved with the requested 7-foot side setback on the eastern property line for existing home addition under section 155.301C.
Any second?
I second.
A motion has been presented, has been seconded by Mr. Brito. Therefore, Catherine, roll call, please.
Vice Chairman Kroll,
Yes.
Member Brito,
Yes.
Member Avendondolo,
Yes.
Member Pitts,
Yes.
Chairman Rodriguez Soto,
Yes.
motion passes.
All right. Moving right along, I will then request that a motion be presented for CBR 2025-0012 to allow a 2-foot side setback along segment of the western property line instead of the required 5-foot side setback for the existing patio.
Chair, move the ZVR 2025-0012 with the required 5-foot side setback and the request of 2-foot side setback on the western property line for existing patio be approved under section 155.301C.
I second.
A motion has been presented for CVR 2025-0012 and second. At this moment, are there any comments or expressions from the floor? Having none, I hereby request roll call.
Vice Chairman Kroll,
Yes.
Member Brito,
Yes.
Member Avendondolo,
Yes.
Member Pitts,
Yes.
Chairman Rodriguez Soto,
Yes.
motion passes.
Mr. Science, your variances have been approved, giving you access to go back to your building department, submit your documentation, and legalize your structures. Now it's up to you as well as those behind. Enjoy your house, and may God bless you. Now, having completed our work for tonight regarding the variances, we still have something here, which is in front of you, you have the 24-25 annual report to the city commissioner. I hope that you have read this. This belongs to you, and therefore, I will now ask Chris. I believe that you require, as well as Catherine, some information from us in order to finalize this report. Is that correct?
Yes, we just want to make sure that you're okay with the report as it stands before you. Our concern was based on some of the recommendations included in the final report. They were not officially voted last meeting, but obviously at the beginning of the meeting, you went ahead and approved the document. This is more informational, the information that you have in front of you, and actions and
Okay.
cases presented before
So,
you for consideration.
all right, so based on the data that we have worked up throughout our efforts throughout the year, 24-25, and in conjunction not only with the city staff that assist us every every month in our presentations and us basically trying to be the best of us. Be the best of us in recognition that our city moves forward in an organized and manner following all the requirements of law that the city has stored. Basically, on the 33.503, the annual review, it says that in June of each year, the respective advisory board committee shall forward to the city commission a summary of the advisory boards and committee accomplishment during the prior year, along with any recommendation or suggestion to the city commissioner regarding any improvements to the city operations, ordinance, and policy that they see fit to transmit based on their work and observations over the past year. Therefore, we have a little summary of accomplishment during the reporting period. You have in front of you the attachments for your convenience on the following, but the following key points, actually, I put them in here, that on April 24, March 25, our board heard 94 requests for 41% of the property that the Board of Adjustment passed 84 motions and failed 10. 2 out of 10 failed motions were appealed to the City Commission as per the City Code 155.311. 69 petitions, or 73.4% of the requests, were to address work done without building permits. It was high, but it seems that this board, in its efforts, have actually tailored those conditions a little bit down. And that's what we're working on. And that the Board of Adjustment approved 89.36% of the petitions and 9.4% of the petitions failed. And then on June 18, 24, via ordinance number 2022 CC approved an increase for the front lot coverage for a driveway from 35% to 40%, and that has helped us a lot. The data gathered by staff shows a decrease in the number of variances from 117 requests in 23-24 to 46 requests in 24-25, or 39% reduction. Then we proceed to the recommendations or suggestions to the City Commission regarding, of course, the process of recommendation by Member Jones during the March 7 meeting, which we voted tonight, and it will remain here. Appeals to the City Commission to be granted only by a 5-0 vote or simple majority. The board discussed the fact that it says or that the board heard and denied a variance by a vote of 5-0, or the simple majority on appeal to the City Commission, it would grant said variance. But we also specified that the Board of Adjustment respectfully asked for a condition variance be granted. A code should inspect the property for compliance within 30 days. Also, that the conditional variance issue when home renovations and alterations size increase are made without permits, or when earlier owners made renovations, alterations, size increase could be granted only as long as the hardship exists, and the property should be returned to prior condition following the city rules. And it goes on to say, the ordinance upon cessation of said hardship, in any event, the property should be put in compliance upon changes in ownership or property regardless of any variance issue. And of course, that the board recommends that some of the homeowners association rules and regulations governing the western development be adopted by the city ordinance to apply to our eastern areas of the city, not governed by mandatory HOA. That is such as parking of commercial vehicles, boat trailers, mobile homes, campers, erections of temporary structures, prohibiting clotheslines, drying, radio, TVs, antenna, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, that the Board of Adjustment respectfully request that the City Commission would consider that if a variance motion fails by the Board of Adjustment, then the Commission should evaluate the appeal by reconsidering the information related to the petition only. It's perceived by the public that the city commission approved is imminent on appeal of the Board of Adjustment decisions and commission's action by granting the variance for the property in perpetuity, and as such, it should at least consider to be granted as a conditional variance as required by the city ordinance 32.034. The rest of the items that I have in here are the data that have been gathered by the staff of the city that assist us in every one of these boards. Based on this, I request a motion, unless you have any changes to this, and that we approve it in order for our staff to basically proceed in completing the finalization of the report to the commission.
Could I ask you on B down here, the wording, I don't think is very clear. I'm not sure what.
Appeals to the city
yeah.
commission to be granted only by a 5-0 vote or a simple majority.
But that's basically everything. I don't understand. Why or a simple? Why? I don't understand.
What we're basically saying that any city commission appeals to the city commission should be by a 5-0 vote or a simple majority, meaning 3 or 4. I've given the option. I'll give them the option.
What is it now? I mean, what do you, I'm not sure what this is all about. What that's doing.
The board discussed,
Approval requires a majority, simple majority, 3-2. So if it's
Yes.
3-2, he's looking for a 5-0.
I'm looking for a 5-0.
Okay, so you don't mean or a simple majority, you mean instead of a simple majority.
Instead, let's make that correction.
That's what I thought you meant.
Or instead,
Not or, instead, just instead, take out or.
right, or
Take out
instead
or.
of a simple majority.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That, yeah, and I think, now, and some of these things, just to clarify, I mean, when you say my recommendations and all, does that, so that stands on its own, or you're
It
picking?
stands on its own because it basically, the letter that you prepare, I asked the group to actually attach that
Right,
also.
okay, thank you.
All right?
But then some, because I think that was an item in there, so are you taking out a couple of items, or this, you're just, I'm not sure. I think that 5-0 is in there somewhere.
And then what I'm talking here is talking about hardship. And that the condition of variance issue when a home renovation, alteration, size increase are made without permit, or when the earlier owners made a renovation, alteration, size increase, could be granted only as long as the hardship word exists in there. Okay?
Is that?
And property should be returned to prior condition following the city rules.
And we can do that?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's within the cities.
Therefore, the ordinance upon cessation of said hardship, in any event, the property should be put into a compliance upon changes in the ownership or property regardless of any variances issued. Now, also, the board recommends that some homeowners association rules and regulations governing the western development be adopted for all city ordinance to apply to those areas that are not governed by a mandatory HOA, such as parking vehicles in the road and everywhere else where they would be basically fined or taken away. So basically, you actually, what I'm trying to do here is to start bringing that love for the community in order to maintain it and keep it up instead of just in some areas, converted that into a dump.
Right. We do, there are city, a lot of this is part of city code. I don't disagree with them, I'm just discussing.
But if they aren't, then in order, it should be applied. I don't know all the ordinance and I don't know all the codes, but they should.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter of the code enforcement. Those regulations exist in the code.
Yeah.
So it's really how enforcement occurs.
Yeah.
And then the other things, it's very, I limit it to one item because if you present two or more, it's just an overburden of things that
Yeah,
I'm
they get
presenting.
confused, yeah.
And they have other things to do.
What is the date of the board night that we need to be there?
The 4th? Okay.
The 4th of June.
It's
The
Wednesday,
4th of
June.
June,
Does
right?
Wednesday typically at 6, correct? 5:30?
5:30.
So we recommend you to come in all together.
At that
That would be
time,
great.
I have to be there because I'll be presenting our report to them.
Right.
So,
No, it's good if we can all be there. It's the day before our next meeting.
yes. So, having done this, does anyone else from the board have any thing to add to it or make any comments that we can actually purify the report in order to present it to the commissioners?
I'm in, but they're gonna shut us down.
What do you mean?
Any
You
recommendations?
you can always
changes?
strive.
Well, keep in mind,
You
they
can
don't,
always strive.
I'm in, no, I'm
no,
100%
but keep in mind, they don't make decisions that night. They're just hearing your recommendations.
I understand that.
And.
And
knowing-
any decision that they would make it in another.
In their own
venue,
meeting,
okay?
yes.
Yeah, collectively, I understand.
This is-
I'm with you, Mr. Chairman.
This is something that we and all the boards that actually work for the commissioners of the city present to them.
Right. And keep in mind too, it's not just, I mean, there's the oral presentation, but they get all of this in writing. And then that's what they really read and consider. When everybody's up there, I had to do it as chair.
That night is also a, hey, here, boom, boom, come on,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Let's present everybody and let's
Yeah.
actually pat the back of persons that have done things for the city and they want to basically.
Right, no, and they want to, thank everyone for participating in the boards and all of that.
When's this?
This is our political effort.
No, I understand that.
What is what?
We're gonna go to something go Wednesday before our next board meeting. And where are we going? It's not a regular commission
We
meeting?
come right here.
Yes,
At
it's here.
5:30, the day before Wednesday.
Right.
It's before the commission meeting.
Mhm.
And they
Before the
have-
commission meeting.
it's called-
Yes.
It's called board night.
Oh, it's called board night.
And you can, as you might assume, every board makes a presentation, a quick presentation. And after submitting all of these things in writing, but they also make a quick presentation. And it's a chance for it's a pep rally.
A pep rally, right.
It's
Yeah,
a-
it is a pep
Who are
rally,
they
guys.
pepping? Are they pepping us? Or
Yes.
we pepping
We're
them?
pepping them and they pep us.
Oh, they pep
It's
us back.
mutual
Yes.
pepping.
I understand.
It's a mutual pepper.
It's a
Mutual pepping.
Every
Mr.
time I
Chair.
get back, I go home.
Mr. Chair.
But you know what? No, but it's
Retire.
worth
I'd like to
Hey,
make-
guys,
No.
Pete wants to say.
No, but come, but
I'd like to
it's
make a
worth-
motion.
But it's a good
Hey.
chance to know what's going on with the other boards and
wants
what's
to say
going on
something.
in the city.
Pete wants to say
Yes.
It's
something.
about time you said something all night, right? Yeah, just say all night, right?
I would like to make a motion to approve the 2024-2025 annual report to the city commission.
I second.
All right. Thank you. He's alive. Hey.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against say nay. It's approved unanimously. Thank you, Pete.
Spoiling our pep rally discussion by moving things along.
It's pre-Friday. Something. What, you got a gavel yet?
So 5:30.
So therefore, I basically, Counselor, do you have anything for us?
I do not.
Catherine,
Oh, hey, he's all right.
Catherine, do you have anything for us? No. Stephanie,
Time to
Christian.
adjourn.
Mr. Counselor, please remind
Please, we got a rebel rouser
Nothing
here.
our side, just to remind you of June 4th, 5 o'clock.
All right, having said that, meeting adjourned.